What's up, guys? We've got a GSC game here between Lavos, possibly the best GSC around, against Dice, who's no slouch in the tier himself, and I'm playing catch-up because I came late. That's what she said. So we've got a T-Wave Zapdos, meaning it's not the standard Rest Hogger, so we're going to be seeing some pretty exciting offensive stuff, or some really drawn-out stall stuff that really enjoys paralysis because T-Wave Zapdos is so good at spreading it. Anyway, Lax did not really reveal much except for Double Edge, which removes some possibilities, but leaves a lot more open. And then Dice pivots into Tyranitar to mitigate further damage. It gets in Cloyster early, and therefore gets his aggressive spike up with the cross chop against eating the cross chop pretty well from Champ. Going to Zapdos as Lavos curses up bravely, since if he gets blown up, he gets blown up, and otherwise, he can use the curse because Cloyster is generally not going to be using Surf in that situation. So Zapdos comes in and pretty much amazingly beats the Machamp without taking any damage. So that was really lucky. I'm actually kind of surprised not a T-Wave wasn't thrown out, since that might have helped. But um, yeah, that was bailed pretty hard. Not much else to say about that, and we'll see how that affects the game later. Then Snorlax comes in and earthquakes the Tyranitar switch, doesn't get para-flinched while eating Rock Slide, and so I'm not sure if that Rock Slide was really worth it. I think Cloyster could have come in immediately. I mean, it's not like Snorlax is going to kill it from that point. You're still pretty much forced into that boomer switch or attack paradigm, since the pressure is still on you and the cloister position there, and I don't think the extra damage on Snorlax did anything, whereas the more HP that was lost on Tyranitar actually did do something. So then Zapdos comes in, since Dice figured Lavos probably is going to preserve that Snorlax, and they get into a Zapdos mirror match, and Dice Zapdos is really doing a lot of work because he speed tie wins, T-Waves the other Zap, and it full paras. So then Dice's own Snorlax comes in, gets the curse off, eats a toxic from Cloyster, another curse, so he's looking really scary because Lavos is obviously running offense in these teams. Tend to struggle with Snorlax after several curses, but the toxic helps to slow it down, and yeah, so Steelix can phase it once, even if it's Earthquake, and Fire Blast obviously doesn't get affected by Curse. But Dice was trying to soak the explosion, so he goes to Tyranitar. And Tyranitar versus Steelix is an interesting matchup since Fire Blast does so much, but at this rate, and Earthquake generally doesn't scare Tyranitar too much, but it is in EQ range because it took that earlier Earthquake from Snorlax. I really don't think it was worth it. So this Tyranitar is running Earthquake, however, and so Steelix runs away, and Snorlax is actually a decent switch. And then the Lavos' own Lax avoids the Paraflinch again, so at least, something. So Dice reveals his own Machamp and cross chops the Zapdos switch in. I think that was. Well, Snorlax could have just been like, well, my Zapdos is paralyzed. I'm not going to risk giving it any free curses because that would be really not good. And I'm just going to try to blow it up. So Dice was guarding against that. And Lavos figured, well, I still have Cloyster to blow it up, so I may as well preserve the Snorlax and try to get something good out of it later. And then Dice tries a curse on the Snorlax, and Thunder crits. And so Rock Slide is not going to connect because Lavos reveals his Tentacruel. He's running some pretty standard offense at the Tentacruel last. I can dig it. And Machamp goes down, as I'm not sure why Dice didn't preserve the Machamp. He could have still switched in Zapdos pretty safely. He's just going to fire off an HP Ice, looking to wear down the Steelix, hits him as Cloyster gets dragged out, and then Dice makes a great switch to his own Snorlax to get the rest off against Lavos' Zapdos switch. So the rest comes off. Dice reveals himself to be a sleep-talking Snorlax, as he double edge crits on a curse, and Snorlax and Zapdos comes in, um, trying to avoid an earthquake. But then once Lavos reveals himself to be Rest Steelix, which is a with Iron Tail, this is a set that's been revealed or been going around lately, kind of. Then Cloyster comes in for free, so he's threatened a lot less here. And Steelix is going to stall at Zapdos if it comes to it, but yeah, Dice really has to preserve his Cloyster, and we are pretty much caught up now as we see uh, Dice trying to give Lavos what he wants. Lavos is trying to rest up on the as Dice attacks because he'll be slower, and Dice gives him that. I guess I thought he might try to go to his Snorlax and try to make something happen that way because he kind of really likes having the Zapdos around. But I'm not sure about that. So, and he even eats a Thunder Paralysis. So yeah, I'm not sure that was the wisest move in the world, especially because he might not have read. No, yeah, he does. That is the standard T-Wave set, but some people do get crazy. Although since it wasn't HP Water, I guess it was never going to be Drill Peck. So my bad on that. Um, all right, now that we're not playing catch up, I can finally put the music on. So, now I'm really not sure if that whole sequence is worth it. Because now look, what you have now is an unstatus Zapdos, and your own Zapdos is fucked, and you could have done this a while ago. So, not sure if it was worth it at all. What's interesting here is that this Steelix is pretty dangerous with Mono Iron Tail. I don't know why he went to Zapdos there. He must have been expecting a double switch, but to what? I guess to Tentacruel maybe, on the Cloyster. Um, yeah, I'm really not sure on that one because was that really such a threat that needed to be guarded against? Um, Instead, he just gave let Snorlax burn an extra sleep turn, I guess. Because I mean, he's got Sleep Talk Curse Life, which is if you want a Tentacruel check, it's pretty good. Um, yeah, I'm not sure I was really following that one. Yeah, this Steelix is a pretty big threat. It's also worth mentioning Dice's last is pretty likely to be Nidoking. It's a pretty common team. And oh, Heracross. Okay. I guess that's pretty cool because first of all, Sleep Talk Curse tends to make up for Zapdos's lack of Sleep Talk. That's things like Nidoking. But what also happens is that Heracross helps. Well, Heracross helps more against Nidoking, I guess. I mean, this is why Iron Tail's good because you get universal coverage, not immune, and you can drop shit. And as you can see, this is a real big threat. Unfortunately, its accuracy really blows ass. I think a lot of us could be trying to curse a little more right here. I mean, it's not like he's pressured to, but I think it would really benefit him from. I mean, I don't think he's going to get stalled out of that much PP, but it's still not really. It's still something he can avoid. So Dice is really just on the back foot here, and he's got little choice but to stall him out. But the thing is that Spikes is also going to cause damage, so and he's just really waiting for that roar to. Is that an Endure? Is that a reversal Heracross? I think it might be, but why? That set is so bad. Ugh. Yeah, I'm not loving that at all. Um, yeah, I guess that makes. He's not going to do anything to Steelix after Curse because it's a Steelix. And he's not getting Cloister roared in at all. Ugh, Reversal Hera. Why? I feel like Dice has just been saying fuck it so many times. Not in a good way. Like, there's a good kind of fuck it. It's the kind where you're like, I know this team is good, so I'm not gonna, just worry about every stupid little thing that could possibly mess it up. Because I know I can outplay them. And then there's fuck it in the, well, this is stupid, but what the hell? Also, there's a conundrum earlier that I was thinking about that. Zapdos is a huge threat. Um, and the only way he's really going to get rid of it is booming it on the switch with Cloyster. But then he becomes a lot more troubled by the Steelix. So, yeah, that's kind of a thing. Really articulate. I know it's been a while. But now the reversal is. I actually think reversal is like still does like complete bullshit until it's like 2 HP. So, but I guess he doesn't want to take it regardless. I haven't done the calc, so feel free to ignore me on that. Um, Good move from Lavos, just avoiding the explosion on the Zapdos. I don't think he could have. Yeah. Now he's really just not getting anything out of anything. And now he just booms with his own Cloyster. Because Zapdos, Dice Zapdos has only been asleep one turn, and now this is making it really easy to just kind of endgame this shit. Especially because he's also got another, almost surely has another boom in his own Snorlax. So one cool thing we saw from this game is Rest Steelix being awesome at holding off Zapdos. And there goes Dice's Lax, and I don't know if it's game, but it's not looking good, you know? It's pretty close to game. And actually, nope, yeah, it's pretty over because Steelix wins. Um, Dice needs to get insanely lucky to win. He needs like crits on top of crits. And the fact that Reversal Heracross is just awful. It doesn't do anything. I don't get it. He's gonna go for the Zapdos not killing here. Oh wait, it's asleep. He doesn't even have to risk it. So yeah, that was the right move. And he doesn't even kill it from this range, and gets blown up. So that was I don't know if I regret getting that game, but I hope it made it somewhat entertaining. And lesson learned: don't use reversal Zapdos or reversal Heracross because it's fucking stupid. Um, so yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I will catch you next time. Yeah, he needed a crit there. So I guess he came within a crit chance of winning. How smart. Well, I don't know if he needed to sleep talk there because, or it needed to not sleep talk there because he just infinitely sleep talks either uh, Thunder and he hits, he wins. He misses, he still wakes up the next turn. And if he just keeps, uh, oh, and reversal can't crit actually. So I did not know that. Thank you, Lavos. I don't know if I agree that the team was cool. I think reversal hair is fucking stupid, but yeah. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you next time.